Hello and welcome to another Warcraft III audio commentary. Today we're going to be watching a 2v2 from WFDC. To make things less confusing, we're going to be doing it from a player's point of view with Fog of War off. We could alternatively actually observe from the actual OBS slot, but the reason we're not going to do that is because the colors get a little bit more confusing then. And so with this way, I think it looks best. And so if you guys don't like it, let me know, but I've got complaints about it before, trying to get the colors right. And I think this is going to be the best option we really can have. This is going to be blue, red, and teal. So I mean, it's about as simple as it gets. But anyway, let's go ahead and get into this. This is a 2v2. Let's introduce our teams. We do have Yumiko spawning in as the blue human on the lower left side of the map. This is Twisted Meadows. He's going to be allied with Thu, who is going to be spawning in as the teal human in the lower right. And of course, that is correct. We're going to be seeing the Yumiko and Thu 2v2 double human. Awesome team that's done really, really well in the, I believe, the previous seasons of WFDC. I think this is a new season. I'm not sure. Don't quote me on that, but it's been a while since I've seen any WFDC maps or games, so I think this is probably a new season. I should probably look that up before I actually say that, but I'll try to find out some more information about that before we go into the next WFDC games, which I don't know when that's going to be, but probably soon if WFDC is starting up again. But anyway, so the opponents are going to be 51. We're going to call him 51 at least. He's got a really long Chinese name. He's going to be the red human in the upper right. Of course, just go ahead and get a quick look. He is going to go ahead and militia creep out that laboratory because he is human. And he's going to be allied with woshilang, or woshilang, however we're going to say his name, who is spawning as the red orc in the upper left side of the map. And so that's our teams, and of course we're going to go ahead and see woshilang spawning a Blade Master out, and it looks like it's a very fast Blade Master, as you can see, also with a very fast shop. The late barracks, which means a very late grunt. The barracks hasn't even completed just yet. Down here we can go ahead and see that for Yumiko, he's not going to go ahead and creep out his Goblin Laboratory. He's going to come down here with Thu and creep out their protected natural gold mine, and it looks like they probably want to go ahead and get a expansion going. I wouldn't be surprised to see that, and as you can see, it looks like Thu, he has brought some militia down here, so we'll see if he's going to go for that expansion or not. It would take some time to get those peasants to actually make it all the way back to base, and yes, indeed, he's already going to throw up a scout tower, so I'm expecting to see that going to be turned into an expansion, almost certainly. 51, of course, has crept out. Sorry. 51 has indeed crept out his Goblin Laboratory already, as we saw, and now we can go ahead and see that Yumiko is on his way to actually harass 51's base. Alternatively, we can also look down here at this expansion where the Blade Master is harassing peasants for Thu. What's going to happen is you're going to see at least one peasant die right there. It looks like two are going to die, in fact. And that was nice. I like what he did with his Blade Master. He didn't open up on the very low HP peasant. What he did was he opened up on the peasant that he was also looking to kill, but had more life. And that's, of course, what that did for him is it allowed him to get 2 kills with much less, or at least much more efficiency, because the peasant that he could have opened up on that had, like, maybe 30 life, since he was guaranteed a 70 damage backstab, it made no sense to open up on it and instead open up on a different one. So that worked out really well. It was a really smart move, and I don't know where that Blade Master is. Here he is, just healing up using a clarity as well as a salve. And up here we can go ahead and see that 51 trying to creep out this null camp, going to go ahead and kill the 2 level 3 nulls, but going to get jacked by Yumiko's army right here. And we'll go ahead and see that he will have to retreat those militia, or that are now peasants, back to his base. Looks like Yumiko's going to go ahead and try to creep out the null overseer that's level 5, and in the meantime, 51 is saying, okay, you go for that. I'm going to go ahead and rejoin up with Woshilang's Blade Master, and in fact, the Archmage, and actually, it looks like the Archmage brought a boots of speed, I think, to that Blade Master himself. I'm not sure if what happened there, but look, he passed him an item. I think it was the boots of speed. Down here we can go ahead and see that Woshilang's Blade Master will go ahead and come down here, open up on that peasant, and indeed, will he open up on that one again? I don't think he will. I think he'll open up on a different one. Nope, just gonna go ahead and do that instead. That's a little bit inefficient and a little bit different than what we saw earlier, but I guess he was not too worried about it, because he wasn't going to get a second kill. But I think it still would have been better to have opened up on a second hero or a different peasant, but that's fine. Either way, we'll go ahead and see Yumiko is beginning his keep tech. And of course, he does have a tower back there. I think it's probably an arcane tower. Over here, we'll see that Yumiko's Archmage is getting a little bit of focus fire from that Blade Master, as well as that Archmage there for a minute. But of course, he's going to run away. Going to have to block that Blade Master just a little bit. Down here we can see 51 versus Thu. Of course, 51 should be at the advantage right here because he does have a level 3 Archmage with 2 level 3 Water Elementals out compared to just the level 2 Archmage with only 1 level 1, or well, sorry, I said level 3, I meant level 2 Water Elementals right there. Of course, back here there's that Arcane Tower. Of course, we can see a Lumber Mill is going down currently for Yumiko, and we're going to go ahead and see some micro from Yumiko as he tries to keep peasants in such alive from this footman harass right here. You go ahead and see that Yumiko's army will join Thu's at trying to defend this. We do have those grunts now finally coming into the battle right here, and of course that Blade Master gonna go ahead and try to maybe go for Yumiko's level 1 Archmage, and indeed that could be a problem. We're gonna go ahead and see one of those peasants has gone down, and this fight is looking pretty good maybe for Yumiko to go ahead and defend this. I think he's going to be able to indeed. As you can see, it looks pretty good. Of course, he has taken some losses here, but overall it's not too bad, considering they do have this expansion up and running at this point. Of course, you can see Thu is building a shop down at his expansion so that they can actually start healing up their units again, because unfortunately they don't have a shop yet, and they've got quite a lot of low HP units just wandering the map. As you can see, a couple low HP peasants there, not such a big deal, but how many actually have they lost? That's a good question. Let's see, we have low HP footmen. Looks like that Blade Master is actually just trying to keep these low HP footmen count down by killing them, picking them off. Surprisingly, the Archmages have stayed alive. Actually, I guess it's not too surprising. Yumiko does have Boots of Speed on that Archmage. It looks like both of those Archmages have Boots of Speed at this point, which is good. You're going to see that footman being chased by that Blade Master right there. And yeah, let's take a quick look at the text. You can see that woshilang does have a tier 2 complete. About to have that Shadowhunter pop out right now. There it is. And of course, he's throwing down a Spirit Lodge as well as a Bestiary. What items will he pick up? A Clarity as well as a Potion of Healing on the Shadowhunter. Going to come down here to this Blade Master. The Blade Master should be okay. 51 does have that level 3 Archmage. And over here for 51, we'll see that he is throwing down now 2 Arcane Sanctums. He currently is tier 2. And of course, we can see that both Thu and Yumiko are at tier 2. Both maybe getting Mountain Kings. No, Thu getting a Blood Mage and Yumiko getting the Mountain King himself. You guys can see that Blade Master is still fairly low on HP right now. Surprised that he didn't go ahead and pick up, maybe some healing salves on that Shadowhunter as well, just to go ahead and heal up that Blade Master as well as this Grunt. But we'll see what happens here. As you can see, both players trying desperately to kill Yumiko's Altar of Kings right here. And Yumiko bringing in quite a few peasants right there, wanting to make sure he can get that Mountain King out. And indeed, he's going to be able to actually keep that altar alive. While this fight does go underway, we'll go ahead and see that Yumiko has already lost a footman in this fight, and lots of micro. Of course, both players, or I mean all 4 players, are very good. You're going to see that Mountain King finally coming out right there. You're going to go ahead and see, I think, yes, indeed, we're going to see the Blade Master getting a Stormbolt, maybe even surrounded right here. Almost surrounded, not quite going to be able to barely escape from that surround. Going to have a Potion of Healing passed over to him. Now we're going to see him getting Healing Waved as well. That Shadowhunter getting a level 1 Healing Wave. Probably slightly more useful in, 2v2. Normally you'll see 1v1 that the Shadowhunter gets a Hex first, but this time, no. It's going to be the Healing Wave. Of course, you can go ahead and see that the Blade Master is actually looking pretty good. We're going to look at the Archmage for Yumiko, skilling up Blizzard second. Of course, he doesn't need to have that Aura because the Brilliant Aura was already skilled on Thu's Archmage, but both Thu's Archmages and Yumiko's Archmage are currently level 2. So they still don't have powerful summons being summoned yet. And we will go ahead and see a TV coming in from 51. And of course, we're just going to see woshilang now trying to run away from this fight. At this point, will he lose anything to Stormbolt? Yes, indeed, that Raider will go down. And it looks like they maybe went for a deny, or maybe they were going for that footman. I can't quite tell. They were both very, very close. And now we're going to see another Grunt going down. Potentially to, yes, indeed, the Stormbolt. Of course, he was going to try to deny himself by running into the creeps. Not going to happen. And now we can see 300 wood being passed from Thu over to Yumiko, and as well as 400 gold. Of course, he does have this expansion up and running. We'll see Thu with 2 Arcane Sanctums placed down there at his expansion and 1 Arcane Sanctum placed over at his main, throwing down quite a few extra farms at this point. As you can see, he's at 25 out of 36 food, so he does need to get more farms, and having 3 Raxes should help him go ahead and make more units. We'll see that a Zeppelin as well as a Goblin Shredder has been picked up for Yumiko. Wait, I was actually telling you the stats of Yumiko's stuff, I'm sorry. Let's look at Thu's. Thu's at 50 out of 60 food. Okay, there we go. But he does need more farms still to go ahead and get into upkeep himself. And Yumiko, of course, Yumiko's not doing too hot. I think, yes, indeed, he's going for rifles. Got a blacksmith being built, as well as long rifles upgrade, which, of course, gives your rifleman much longer upgrade range. And I think it takes him from, well, off the top of my head, I don't know, so I won't, say it. Sorry. We'll see what their range is, but I think it's like 100, 150 range upgrade or something like that. Of course, here comes a fight underway. Woshilang and 51. They do have Spirit Link. They have a pretty nice mix of army units right here. A couple of Spear Breakers, or one Spear Breaker, or one Spell Breaker. Spear Breaker. Christ. Okay, Dota. 2 priests, 3 priests in the back, and of course they're just going to go ahead and try to do some nice fighting right here. We'll see these spellbreakers running into Yumiko's base, and of course they're trying to Zeppelin in their big units that can't fit through these tiny little holes, and now they're just going to go ahead and try to defend this behind the lines right here. And of course we're going to see some nice blizzards being cast here. Will we see an ensnare on this Archmage? Yes, we will. Trying to go ahead and stop that blizzard. Of course, it's only level 1 blizzard, so it's not super powerful, and that Mountain King does not have thunderclaps, so the only AoE they have right now is that blizzard. And as you can see, it's not going to be super nice, but it will go ahead and force those casters to move around a little bit. We'll see 2 more spellbreakers running in here, as well as it looks like 3 more as well. So we can see quite a lot of units from Thu himself. If we go ahead, whoops. Yeah, there we go. And indeed, we're going to see one of those will get ensnared, and it will go ahead and go down, definitely. Perhaps we'll see another one going down. But here we can see now that it looks like Yumiko and Thu just still trying to defend this position. It's not very easy to defend this position, but as you can see, oh, it looks like they have some workshops up, well, at least one workshop up in the back of Yumiko's base. He does go ahead and build a mortar team, and that mortar team will give them some more AoE, as well as some long-range fighting. Of course, that's what they're doing here. They're saying, we can't take this fight directly, but if we hide behind buildings and we just wear down your army, hopefully we can defend long enough for our expansion to kick in well enough to actually go ahead and ensure the victory. And I think the longer this game goes, the better it's going to be in Thu and Yumiko's advantage. However, in order for this game to keep going for much longer, they're going to have to defend this push on their base. And as you can see back here, we can see a War Mill's going up for Woshilang. There is an Arcane Vault up as well, so they do have healing. They have a shop, and they have, of course, a healing hero right there, the Shadow Hunter. They have a Scroll of Healing as well as a Potion of Mana and a Clarity Potion on that hero. You can see 5 priests running in here. How many Arcane Sanctums does he have? He only has 3. I guess he's just building 2 at a time and then 3 at a time. I'm not sure what that's all about, but he's running in 5 at a time, so it's very good, I guess. But you know, just trying. Oh, maybe there's a 6th one. Maybe he does 2 waves at once before he runs them in here. But either way, we can see this fight still going underway. I think some militia might be welcome in this fight. As you can see, it looks like they're not doing too hot. Maybe bring that Zeppelin Shredder in, or bring the Shredder into this fight with the Zeppelin over here. There's that Thunderclap finally coming up as that Mountain King does hit level 2. You can see some nice Siphon Manas on Siphon Mana on this Blood Mage right here, and that Blood Mage while it siphons mana from the Mountain King. So we're just seeing some very interesting stuff happen right there. Here comes some more Zeppelin units. Of course, we have those Spellbreakers being used now as well, and it looks like Woshilang and 51 have decided to F off. They do have still that War Mill as well as that Arcane Vault up right there, and now you can see them going ahead and going for these reinforcements as they keep trying to queue over. And we can go ahead and see that if we click over here, we can see Yumiko at 73 out of 78 food at this point, just trying to make as many units as possible to try to deal with this. You can see Woshilang throwing down a Voodoo Lounge very aggressively as well, right outside of Thu's Expo. And this fight going underway, it looks like, I think Thu and Yumiko should be able to win this fight, or you know, it looks like it's good for them. But we're gonna go ahead and see how it's gonna fan out, and we will go ahead and look. There's a Spellbreaker sitting back here very low. They need to micro that out of the fight. Of course, there are 4 mortars currently up. Those mortars aren't doing the most amount of damage, of course, not to Spellbreakers, as the Spellbreakers don't take extra damage from siege. And now it looks like onto these mortars we have 2 raiders as well as the Blade Master coming back here, trying to go ahead and start killing them. That's not good because those mortars are very expensive. Where is that Zeppelin? The Zeppelin's actually currently ensnared. It can't go pick up those mortars, but it looks like they've been able to actually go ahead and reposition themselves just well enough that they're not going to go ahead and die. Maybe. Well, we're going to see one of them getting eaten by a Coda Beast. Here comes a Flame Strike, and of course the Flame Strike is going to work just on those heroes there. You go ahead and see Thu now TPing out. Lots of units are very low on both sides, and of course now Yumiko also going to be forced to TP out as well. And it does look like 51 and Woshilang were actually able to win the fight. If we look at the supply counts, we can look and see Woshilang sitting at, well, I guess we'll have to F11. Well, yeah, Woshilang sitting at 54 out of 60 food with decent amount of stuff. We can see 51 is sitting at 50 out of 60 food. And Yumiko is sitting at 35 out of 45, and Thu at 59 of 78. So we can definitely go ahead and say that Woshilang and 51 are a little bit ahead in terms of food supply. And as you can see, this if this expansion falls, then Thu is going to be in trouble, as well as Yumiko. And it looks like they're in a little bit of trouble. This Mountain King also in a little bit of trouble, as you can see over here, getting ensnared. One more ensnare on the Mountain King. Of course, that Blade Master not quite close enough, but this Mountain King is in a bit of trouble now. He's looking like he's taking a lot more damage. They're trying to block him with micro. It's going to go down anyway to that Blade Master's chop. Of course, there's only one chop from the Blade Master to kill him, but that's how the Blade Master works. Of course, he was very low. But as you can see, Thu and Yumiko have been forced to retreat from their expansion at this point, kind of being picked off as they run away. Here comes a speed scroll for Woshilang and 51, and Thu's Blood Mage will go down just like that. Of course, we do have very low HP on Yumiko's Archmage as well, and this is looking really unfortunate for Thu and Yumiko. As you can see, they've lost a lot of their forces here in this fight, running away. They're losing their heroes, and then we're going to see Thu's Archmage go down right there. So Woshilang and 51 having the advantage in this fight, absolutely winning the fight, and Thu calls good game as well now as Yumiko. And so there you have it, game 1, good game. Congratulations, Woshilang and 51 actually able to beat the Thu and Yumiko combo. That is absolutely one of the scariest 2v2 combos in the Warcraft 3 scene right now. So congratulations, big ups to actually be able to manage to pull that off. Wow. Really well done. And of course, that's game 1. It's a best of 3. So if you'd like to check out game 2, just click right about here and we'll see you there.